Hey YouTubers, hopefully by now you've watched a lot of my videos, my instructional videos, and now you want to learn how to jam with a guitar player. Well, I'm going to try to keep this real simple and give you a real strong foundation, give you some ideas so that you can come up with different ways to jam with different guitar players, because this backing track that I'm going to play for you, not all the guitar players are going to be able to play like that. Some of them will play looser, some will play louder, softer, some of them are better than others. So what I'm just going to do is just give you some ideas, and then you can come up with your own creative ideas on your own. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a blues shuffle in the key of G. Now you will need your key of C harmonica. And a lot of people think that if you have a C harmonica, the guitar player plays in the key of C. That's not true. I'm not going to get too deep into music theory because this will take a 2-hour video. You can do a little bit of homework on your own and learn the chord progressions for blues shuffles, what key harmonicas play in. But I'll give you a starter here. If you have your key of C harmonica and you're going to go jam with a guitar player and you want to tell them what the key to play in, if you forget, you count up 5 on the alphabet. And here's what I mean. You take your hand and you got the key of C harmonica. So you're going to go C, D, E, F, G. So he's going to play in the key of G. And that's called cross harp. And that's as far as I'm going to go on music theory. Now, on the blues shuffle, the guitar player is going to play 3 chords. He's going to play the 1 chord, he's going to play the 4 chord, and he's going to play the D, which is the 5th chord. And what I mean by that, G, C, and D is what he's going to play. So if he's playing G, so you got G, and you got A, B, C, and then D. So because it goes from G to A, so G, A, B, C, and D. So he's going to play the G, C, and D chord. So I know that sounds a little confusing, but go ahead and do some, like I said, some homework and learn it on your own. But for right now, I'm going to play just a backing track, and then I'm going to point out what key that they are playing in, and then I'm going to stop it, and then I'm going to play some real simple riffs, and I'm going to show you how to follow along with that. So here's the backing track. That's the G chord. They're going to play that for 4 beats. The C chord for 2 beats. And then back to the G chord for 2 beats. The D chord for 1 beat. The C chord for 1 beat, and then back to the G chord, and then they're going to do a turnaround with the D chord. All right, let me turn this on. Okay, so that's a basic blues shuffle right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it real simple the first time, and on the G chord and the C chord, I'm just going to keep something real simple, like I'm going to draw and go, and then I'm going to blow out and go, and then draw in. So I'm just going to go like. I'm going to do that until it gets to the D chord. Then when it gets to the D chord, I'm going to go like to the middle of the harmonica. And by the way, the hata hoo ha, that was all on the lower numbers, like 1, 2, 3 holes or 2, 3, 4 holes. It doesn't matter, just as long as it's down in this area. Now, when I get to the D chord, I'm going to go to the middle of the harmonica, and I'm just going to do like a long draw while I'm shaking it. And then when it gets to the C chord, I'm going to go, and then I'm going to go back to the G chord, and then end it right there. I'm going to cut my hands because it'll sound better. But if you listen to these 3 techniques that I just demonstrated, and you listen to the backing track, you'll be able to figure out where I'm at. I'm either going to be on the low end or I'm going to be in the middle. So here's an example. Okay, so you see that was just all real simple. Just keeping a basic rhythm, basic beat. And then when it went to the 5 chord, I went up to the 5 chord and did a long draw. And then on the C chord, I blew out and did the same thing. And then back to G chord. Just to end it. Okay, so this next one, I'm going to play it a little more complicated, and then I'll break it down to you. Here it goes. Okay, so what I did, I got a little more fancier on that one. But what I did here, all the techniques are in my previous videos. So what I did is basically, instead of playing on the low end for the G chord, I just did a repeated riff, and I just kind of varied it a little bit here and there. But I started in the middle, and I did like the wild technique. So I went. Did that a couple times. And then I did it for the C chord. And then on the G chord, I just went all in the middle. I just went wow, hoo, wow, hoo, wow, wow. It's draw, blow, draw, blow. And then I went on the C chord, I just blew out a little bit. And then I went back to the G chord and then just went. So it's something like this. Okay, so try that. Come up with your own rhythms. And like I said, the guitar player on this backing track might be better than the guitar player you're with, or maybe the guitar player you're with might be a little more advanced. So what I'm getting at is just use these techniques and these ideas as just starters, and come up with your own rhythm, come up with your own riffs. What sounds cool is you don't have to go all over the harmonica. You can have just one riff that is repeated a lot. Like when I did the first time, I went. I just did that for a couple bars, and then when I went to the 5 chord, then I went. And see, and that sounded good because it kept a good solid rhythm. And then on the second time, I just kept the same, kept a theme. And what I did is I played like one type of riff all the way through until it got to the 4 or 5 chord. And I went. You see, that's just the same thing. I repeated it. And then I got the 5 chord. So repetition is really important in music. A lot of harmonica players think that they should just go all over the harmonica and just go crazy and try to show off. What you're doing is you're basically supporting the guitar player, and then until it's time for you to do your own solo, and then you can go crazy. But until then, just do a pattern or a riff that's repeated that will support the song. So hopefully this will help. I'm going to go ahead and play a couple bars of this rhythm track so you can practice without me playing. And then This way you can practice over and over. Now, if you want to, you could look up on YouTube. You could look up, just type in shuffle blues backing track in G, and then you can practice playing the different backing tracks and just use basically these techniques or come up with your own. So here I'm going to play some the backing track without me playing, without me talking. Here we go. All right, there you go. I hope you really enjoyed this video. And if you master this video and come up with your own techniques, your own riffs that repeat throughout the song, and then when it comes time to break, then you play your own solo. If you master this video and you remember what I'm telling you here, you'll be able to jam with just about any guitar player. So have some fun with this, and make sure you master my other videos before you actually try this. So have some fun. Good luck.